If you're stuck, if you feel like you're stuck in a grind, that your job is a means to an end, then maybe it's time to find a new job. Friends, I'm telling you, you need more value in your life than simply earning a paycheck. Now, I applaud each and every single person who may have found themselves in a grind. You're in a rut, you're having a hard time. And regardless of that hard time, you're not quitting. You're pushing forward day in and day out. Maybe you're trying to refine yourself. Maybe you're trying to reevaluate where you are in your life and the goals that you have. Man, if you look around out in the workplace around us, right outside in every city, unemployment has been screaming, right? All-time highs. Employers are trying to find people to come back to work. And we've been watching, a lot of assistance in the programs to help folks out as they try to figure this out. For many of us, of course, we didn't have a choice, right? We go to work when they tell us to go to work, and we stay home when they tell us to stay home. But that's not the case for a lot of folks out there. And there are many people who are out there who have continued to work day in and day out because they didn't have a choice. They didn't have a choice because their values and their virtues of the why that they do and what they are doing was not of or for themselves. It was for their family, right? For their spouse, for their kids. Man, that's admirable. That's something to be proud of. But friends, if that's gone on too long, then I think we need to re-look at why we have a profession. Why are we doing what we are doing? Because what you do on a day-to-day basis, if that end state is a paycheck, if that end state is to enjoy a weekend, if that end state is to have a little money for a vacation once or twice a year, then I think we need to relook at this. You shouldn't be spending 90% of your time trying to have value in 10% of your time. Your life and your profession has value and meaning, but it can only have meaning if you know why you're doing what you're doing. So why do you serve? Leave a comment. Let us know. Let's enlarge this conversation of why we serve the people of these United States. I think it's an important conversation to have as we look across our formations and even ourselves and understand that people are when they originally enlisted, right, to serve, they may have come in thinking, well, I don't know what to do with my life. Or maybe they thought this has been a family tradition. Maybe they thought, man, I watched the attacks on 9/11, and that's why I enlisted. Maybe they thought, I just want to make a difference. I just want to do something with my life that holds meaning. Maybe they needed to pay off some school debt. Did why you enlist, has that changed why you have stayed in? That's another one, right? Because I think for some people, it may do that. Ultimately, though, I think this is a question we have to ask ourselves and re-ask ourselves on a daily basis. Why do you do what you do? Is it a matter of being in alignment with your values or virtues and your beliefs? I'm telling you that it does, right? regardless of whether we're not aligned to ourselves or not, it does. What we choose to do on a day-to-day basis, the impact that we have, I'm telling you, it has meaning that far extends our observation. And we can't wait until we arrive somewhere before we start taking things seriously. Before we even start taking our jobs, you can't wait until you are that platoon sergeant before you start taking your life serious and your career serious. Like, man, you got to do that now. What you are doing has an impact on your life 6 months down the road, 12 months down the road, 10, 20 years down the road. And that's not to say that you're bound to your past mistakes or that what got you here is going to get you there. But it's laying a foundation. I'm telling you, friends, what you do has meaning. And I think until we understand that, then sometimes it can be hard to have pride in what we do. You wake up, you go to a formation, you do some PT, it becomes routine. You go to your motor pool on Monday, and you pass out and you work on some 5988s and it becomes routine. And you start to lose the sense of wonder of why you came in. Well, here's something to think about. I think if all of us, any of us, if we watched a motivational movie, maybe it's We Were Young Once, maybe it's Black Hawk Down. What's your favorite war movie? One of the ones that really tore me up was Flags of Our Fathers. I think if all of us watched one of these movies, the hair on the back of our neck is going to stand up. We're going to get a little choked up. We're going to feel something deep within us. It's going to stir something up. And that's regardless of where somebody is at in their journey, whether they're brand new and coming in, whether they're jaded and on their way out, maybe they're being pushed out. As a leader, it's up to us to do everything we can on a day-to-day basis to find some way to reach in and touch those senses. We need to connect that with the routine, with the organization, back with the individual on a day-to-day basis, because what you do matters. And when we watch these movies, man, we get this sense of feeling of their lives mattered. Well, friends, you don't have to be the one who receives a medal. You don't have to be the one who is visible out in front of formation to matter. I don't care if you're a private. I don't care if you're a first sergeant. Every person in the organization has value and meaning. I hope you know that, friends. Because it makes all the difference in whether you just have a job and you're working from paycheck to paycheck, whether you're working, and grinding 40, 50, 60 hours a week just to enjoy a couple hours on the weekend, or whether you truly find value and meaning in what you do. I hope that makes sense. If you need some encouragement along the way, leave some comments down below. You can always reach out to me at Sokermatic or harold.w.soker if you're on Global. Look in the About section, sokermatic@gmail.com, right? We can be here for one another. Friends, until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.